Investigators search alleged grave robbers at Ephrata, Pennsylvania home, removing human remains.
A man named Joshua Gerlach broke into an unknown number of graves, mausoleums, and above-ground vaults here at Mount Moriah Cemetery and stole human remains, according to investigators. We have video into our newsroom in the last hour showing investigators crawling about Gerlach's home in Ephrata. Police confirm the coroner there from Lancaster County is removing remains and will hold them until they are positively identified. They also confirm in court papers additional bones and 8 corpses were discovered in a storage locker.
Not surprising to me, this isn't the first person from the good old Keystone State to get caught collecting human remains obtained in a dubious fashion. Back in 2023, you had the story of Jeremy Lee Pauley, who is currently appealing his 6-year sentence. He was caught buying body parts via Facebook Marketplace from Candace Chapman Scott, who worked for a mortuary in Arkansas. They caught him with fetuses, brains, hearts, lungs, genitalia, and other body parts. I told you Pennsylvania people are weird. Investigators say the case against Joshua Gerlach, with allegations he stole more than 100 human remains, is something they've never seen. He literally had skeletons in his closet. They alleged the 34-year-old Lancaster County man broke into an unknown number of graves at Mount Moriah Cemetery, which spans southwest Philadelphia in the borough of Yadkin in Delaware County, and stole sets of remains. Investigators spent all day Friday at Gerlach's home in Ephrata. Police confirmed the Lancaster County coroner is removing the remains and will hold them until they are positively identified. Police also confirmed, just tripping over bones. Police also confirmed in court papers that additional bones and 8 corpses were discovered in a storage locker. Meanwhile, at Mount Moriah, the graves Gerlach allegedly preyed on are old, ornate mausoleums and large crypt-like vaults, many from the 1800s.
Police say Gerlach admitted to taking 30 sets of remains from Mount Moriah and storing them inside his Ephrata home.
You know, it was horrendous. Rest in peace means rest in peace, and unfortunately these people are not resting in peace anymore, and we're trying to put this all back together as best as we can.
And they said he had pictures on Facebook of him with bones, telling people to DM him. He has bones for sale. I checked his page, it's still up, but either himself, law enforcement, or someone else has stripped it. There's only a few photos. According to AB6 News 6, they are also investigating a Facebook group titled Human Bones and Skull Selling Group, a little too on the nose bone, Gerlach, where Gerlach was tagged and pictured holding a skull. You can't be on Facebook, aka the police, holding the work like that and taking pictures. They allege he used a crowbar, ropes to rappel, and ladders to climb down into and access caskets. You're 34 years old. This is the best hustle you could come up with, robbing graves. Police said he then broke into the caskets and stole remains. In November, police got a tip from the Friends of Mount Moriah. Investigators said they were able to lift DNA off an energy drink can that was left behind in a grave. I guess exhuming dead bodies is very thirsty work. Police then set up a sting and arrested Gerlach after they said he broke into even more graves. Now, the way it's described is the cemetery is so massive. It's not like no one was paying attention. It's just so big that he had so much space, so many graves to work with.
We learned that selling and buying human bones is perfectly legal in most states.
And investigative reporter Liz Crawford looked into this for us. Wow. That's
yeah, you know, it's the majority of states, unless, of course, there is a crime involved. Now, we're told that someone who buys any type of human remains that has been obtained illegally could also face charges.
Now, if we know of him and Jeremy Lee Pauley, which are 2 people more than I care to know about who's out there stealing bones in this world, then there are way more people into it than just them 2. There's a demand for human remains, a market for it. a black market for it because you can actually buy bones legally on the internet. So I don't know if they have to be in a certain condition or if they're just cheaper black market bones, whether it's for rituals, work some dark mojo on your asshole boss, decorations, a nice conversation piece for when your family comes to visit, or just to make a hearty stew out of a femur or two. Could be a mix. He was found to be in possession of human remains when taken into custody, according to investigators. The chief of Yaden police said they wanted to catch Gerlach red-handed. Hey, you put that hip bone down and lay flat on your belly. Police said Gerlach admitted to taking 30 sets of remains from Mount Moriah and storing them inside his Ephrata home. You know he doesn't have a girlfriend or any significant other to just be hoarding bones like this. Everyone there could not believe what they observed in that house. Yaden Police Chief Henry Giacarmo said, I bet human remains in an area where they were all over the place. It was very troubling, like a hoarder with newspapers, except his bones. It was horrendous. Rest in peace means rest in peace. Unfortunately, these people aren't resting in peace anymore, and we are trying to piece and put this back together as best we can. All I could picture when he was saying that was them trying to fit skeleton bones back together in the wrong places. Some of the graves were still visibly disturbed and some even still open. The Baker Mausoleum had fresh concrete ceiling and entryway. At this resting place, Gerlach is alleged to have taken 16 sets of human remains just farming. Investigators will now begin identifying the remains in hopes of returning them to their resting place. Yaden police are asking people with loved ones buried at Mount Moriah in above ground type vaults and mausoleums to reach out to them at this email address, hgmarco@yadenpd.org. That's what's really messed up. And you pay so much for those resting places and it's not even safe. Of course, I love to hear your thoughts on this. I love to hear your opinions on this. If it was just a few bones, I would have thought Buddy was setting up the skeletons around a small table for a tea party. But when they said 100 sets of remains, I knew off the rip he's selling them or attempting to sell them. Even if he used them for his own personal purposes, there's no need for that many. That's what tells me there's a demand for this, a black market demand. What do you think they're being used for? Decorations, rituals?